Hello, everybody. It's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here for another Think Tank Thursday. How are y'all doing today, my friends? I hope you're doing well. My voice is a bit scratchy today. The allergies have attacked me full force. And so I'm going to try not to talk a whole lot so that I'm not coughing and hacking and sneezing and carrying on. And well, we'll just see how long we get tonight, okay? All right. How's everybody doing today? I see we've got folks coming in already. Hi, Miss Dawn. How are you? Make sure that when you come in, you say hello. And if this is your first time here, let us know where you're tuning in from. If you have never been on a Think Tank Thursday before, it's a little bit different than just your typical Facebook or YouTube Live. In this particular event, we create a project together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I have a pretty basic idea in mind, meaning that I generally have a stamp and die bundle or stamp and punch bundle or some kind of general idea in mind. And then we do a whole lot of this or that to have a lot of interaction from you guys. And together we create something absolutely beautiful. And it's always so much fun. So if you are ready, go ahead and make sure that you've said hello. Feel free to sprinkle this amongst your friends. Crafting together is always so much more fun. And we'll get started, okay? All right, I have one little housekeeping thing to share with you before I change the camera around. And that is, if you would like to take advantage of that really fabulous starter kit promotion, it ends in just a couple of days. So the kit promotion is right down here in the video. You should see right there a QR code that you can scan with your phone's camera, and it will take you automatically to my website. And there you can choose $155 worth of product, whatever you want, for only 99 bucks, which is a fabulous, fabulous deal. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and switch the camera. Hey, Miss Sherry, how are you, love? All right. Let's do this. And here we go. Okay, I'm going to bring you up a bit. Nice and easy. There we go. All right, I think that's pretty good. Okay. All right, now let me get rid of that little graphic. So if you're wanting to scan that QR code, I'll give you just a hot second before I close it off the screen. And so 3, 2, 1, bye-bye. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Sherry says she loves this set. Good, so do I. I thought I have been working on my holiday Stamp-A-Stack for a bit now, and I don't typically do Christmas before Halloween. Stamp-A-Stack is my one and only exception because it's always the first Saturday of November. That way, everyone who attends has time to get their cards signed and sent out so that they get to their recipients on time. And you know, I love making Christmas cards, but to be totally honest with you, it's not Halloween yet. And I'm ready to switch gears for just a minute and do something fall. Before I do, though, I got to show you guys. Check it out. Let's see if oh, yeah, there we go. The camera can pick it up really quick. My girl is spectacular, isn't she? She did such an amazing job. She always does a great job, but in this particular case, oh, I'm in love. I am in so much love. They're beautiful. Anyway, okay, there it is. I have bragged and boasted on my girl. I absolutely love my nail girl. She does an amazing job. And I am loving these nails. Okay. So as you can tell, I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm all about fall or Halloween. Now, we're not doing a Halloween card, okay? But we are going to do a fall card. And I'm going to need your help. All right? So, right off the bat, I'm thinking the colors that we'll use are Lost Lagoon, Basic Beige. We don't use this one very much. And Wild Wheat. Have you used this color combination before? It'll be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Sherry says she wishes she could get her nails done. She loves them. Thank you so much, Sherry. I am so excited about them. All right, now, please excuse me for having a drink to the side. Like I said, the voice is scratchy, and to keep from coughing and hacking, you might hear a sip here and there. I'm so sorry. Okay. First question of the night. Do we want our focal color to be Lagoon or Wheat? All right, we're getting right into it tonight. I'm going to use the Basic Beige for our layer pieces, but I need to know, are we doing Lost Lagoon or Wild Wheat for our focal color? Comment and let me know. Let me see if I can pull out. Oh, that's much easier to see, isn't it? Let's do that. Sherry says Lagoon. All right, very cool. Okay, I'm going to move this one aside. Oh, Dawn says it too. Wonderful. Y'all know I love it when you guys are united. Okay, are we going to do a tent fold card or a book fold card? Tent fold or book fold? Comment and let me know. This is going to be our card base. And while you guys are deciding that, I think I want to grab a couple of embossing folder choices. Let us see what we can come up with. Okay. Oh, look at y'all go. Yes, book fold. All right, very good. In that case, I'm going to cut my paper at 5.5. And then I'm going to score it at 4.25. Okay, so we'll have an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock scored at 4.25 for a standard book fold card. Okay. Burnish that line with my bone folder. Okay. Now then, I need to know, and I don't know for a fact how much of this we're going to use just yet. We'll see as it goes, right? But I feel like we should choose an embossing folder for a layering element to the card. So are we going to do exposed brick or eyelet? Exposed brick or eyelet? Brick or eyelet? which one do you think that we should do for a layering element? Now, I know that you guys don't know what we're going to do with this just yet, and I don't either. But I feel like adding some texture would be fun. Okay, brick or eyelet? Sherry says eyelet. Okay. Let's see. I took Matthew to Chick-fil-A today to make him feel better about his eye doctor appointment, Sherry. Okay. All right, so we have this piece here. I'm going to bring in basic beige. And I want to cut this at 8, if I can get 8. Yes. You ate at Chick-fil-A with Tanner? Aw, we missed you, huh? I'm pretty sure that's where we were when you mentioned stopping by. Oh, no, I was still at the eye doctor's. That's right. We were still at the eye doctor's when you mentioned stopping by. Okay, I'm doing 8 by 5 1/4 because I'm going to cut this into 2 pieces. Okay, so I'm actually going to have 2 pieces that are 4 by 5 1/4 inch. All right. Now we're still figuring out what we're going to do here, so who knows how it will end up, but I know at least this part will go inside here. Okay, and I think that we might also want to do wild weed inside there, but we shall see. Okay, we have this beautiful blank slate here. And I have also brought in the To Market Designer Series paper. And I'm thinking that I want to bring in these 2 pieces right here. Or at least those 2 patterns. Let me grab those just in case we need a different size that's already there for us. I feel like the green is really nice, but it might be okay with that. We could put that because it pulls in that one there. Let me see how I feel about the, ooh, no. Not the plaid, not that at all. Okay, so we have some pieces here. And let's see, I also saw, there it is, more strips right there. Okay, I'm just looking at my scraps first, right? All right, I'm going to set that aside for just a minute here. Let's figure out what we want to do for the design of the card. And while I'm thinking about that, I think I want to go ahead and stamp. I'm going to let this sit for a minute because I'm not exactly sure the design that we should do for the front of the card itself just yet. So I'm going to bring in some basic white cardstock and we're going to go ahead and stamp and color our truck. Okay. All right. Let me bring in, I love this truck set. It is so cute. Okay. I want the tires. I want the truck. And I want this piece. Okay. All right. And then let's see. go. There we go. And this guy right here. Okay. All right. Now, of course, you guys already know, since we're using a photopolymer stamp set, we need to also bring in our Pierce mat to stamp on. So I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to stamp the outline for the truck in Memento Black. Okay. And I'll just put it right there. Okay, now we need to make some decisions on the color of the truck itself. All right, your choices are going to be, let us see. Okay. Peach pie, or Lost Lagoon, or wild wheat. You know what? Let's get rid of this one because I have already changed my mind about the wild wheat. So we decided on Lost Lagoon, we're using that. Which color should we do the truck? Should we do peach pie or Lost Lagoon? So this is for the color of the truck itself. Peach pie or Lost Lagoon. All right. Excuse me. All right. Sherry says peach pie. Okay. Taking the inside coloring piece here. Tap, tap, tap. Not smash, smash, smash. And we're going to stamp it on the truck. Now, when it comes to these like two-step stamps, take your time with it. You know, it doesn't have to be rushed. You can take your time lining it up so that it all fits nicely, and then you get a really good coloring there. All right, now I'm going to bring in the Memento ink and the wheels. And again, tap, 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 not smush, smush, smush. And I had talked to my girls a couple of weeks ago, maybe. We did an autumn sampler and we used the truck. And a tip that I mentioned to them is when you're trying to line the tires up, first of all, it looks like dark circles under the eyes this way, not eyebrows over the eyes. Okay. So when you're doing it, you want the crescent shapes under the eyes, not over. Okay. So think baggy circles, not eyebrows. And then line up the circles in the center with the center of the wheels, and you will have a better chance of getting it lined up. So let's see if I can do this. Okay. Again, I'm taking my time to line this up. Nice and easy. Hey, there we go. All right. Now that I have that done, I'm going to bring in, let's see, I'm going to bring in, not that one. light and dark smoky slate. And I'm going to use this to color the bumpers, the wheels, and the windows. Okay, so I'm going to use this light smoky slate, and I'm going to go over the whole window. Okay, and then each of the bumpers. And the whole wheel. And because these little spots are small, I can color them all fairly quickly at the same time and then add my darker accents after. So I'm going to come in from the top corner and work my way down and over. There we go. And then here to the side. And then up under the fender well. And just a little touch under there. Same thing here, up under the fender well, and a little touch there. And then just a little hint on the bumpers. Okay. And then coming back in with the light to blend it out. Okay. Here we go. Now, if you want to take a little bit more time with your coloring, you can do one thing at a time, but those are really small pieces. So it's pretty easy, and then you end up with this, right? Pretty cool. Okay, now I'm going to show you the trick that blew the girls' minds. I'm going to show you how to make the truck rusty, okay? But what I want to do first is, because we're using peach pie and it's already an orangey tone of truck, I want to check my colors to see if light Cajun Craze or dark Cajun Craze is the color that I want to use for the rust, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go right here and I'm going to add a little swatch there and here. And already I can tell that even though the truck is an orangey color, I think that the darker Cajun Craze is going to be better for the rust. So let's see if that'll pick it up. Can you see that? I think the darker is still going to be the better rust. All right, so this is the coolest trick ever, okay? I'm going to use the brush tip of the pen, and just where, you know, you guys have seen old trucks clattering down the road, you know kind of where the rust builds up. So we'll just do a little bit here along the running board, a little on the fender well, and this is entirely up to you how much or how little you do. Okay, how rusty is your truck? It's entirely up to you. Okay, a little bit here between the cab and the back. Okay, and then maybe a little right there. And a little right there. And of course on the tailgate, because, you know. There we go. Oh, and maybe just a tiny touch right here on the roof. My poor little truck is a little bit old. Okay, and there we have our rusty old truck. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and punch the truck out. And I'm not worried about these extra little pieces. I didn't plan on using them anyway. I just want the truck itself. Okay. As pieces fly everywhere. All right. Let me throw these away. Okay. All right. And get that out of there. Okay. Now then, I think we need to go ahead and do the eyelet embossing folder with this piece. Okay. Let me do my embossing here. I discovered that the table shakes no matter what, or the camera shakes rather, no matter what. So let me just try to go as smooth and slow as I can. There we go. Does anybody have any good plans this weekend? I get to hang out with my girls, some of my girls, and do the stamp camp, which I'm really excited about. You guys have heard me talk about my stamp camps before. So much fun. And I'll be posting the November stamp camp either tonight or tomorrow. And it's a lot of fun. If you've not done the stamp camp before, it's 8 projects. They're all different kinds of projects, from 3D, treat holders, cards, etc. And you get $25-ish worth of Stampin' Up! Product as well, and fabulous goodies, as well as pillow gift too, and thank you gift. And it comes to you in a nice little box. If you're local to me, I do an in-person craft along with it, and we'll do that on the 4th Saturday of the month. If you're not local to me, no worries, because I do a PDF tutorial and a video tutorial, and we do a Facebook group and a Facebook Live welcome that evening, that Saturday evening. So the 4th Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And you don't have to be there live. You don't have to be excuse me, you don't have to be there at all. You can come and go as you please whenever you have a minute or two. And the PDF tutorials, the video tutorials be right there waiting for you, so that when you are ready to do them, they are right there and ready to go. And you guys will absolutely love them. They are fantastic projects. Okay, I'm not entirely sure that we are going to stick with this as a background just yet, but I want to see how we go, okay? I can say with most certainty that this is going to be on dimensionals, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on dimensionals. If you have ever created a project where you were designing it and didn't know for sure, am I going to put that on dimensionals or not? You find that having the item on dimensionals can make or break the project, right? You could go from to, oh yeah, just because you put dimensionals on something. So if I know that I want something to be popped up, I like to go ahead and put the dimensionals on. That way I already have that element of dimension, the pop-up, already in place, and it makes it that much easier to envision what the project is going to be like. Okay. All right. So we have this piece, and I'm not really sure how I'm feeling about this just yet, but let's see what we can do, shall we? Let me just take that off for a minute, because I'm just not sure. On one hand, I'm kind of thinking that putting this in the background, and then this maybe, or what do y'all think? Are you guys seeing a vision of any kind currently? I'm still waiting. That was bad, right? I'm still waiting for the vision to hit me. That's okay. That's we know that's what Think Tank Thursday is for, right? Okay. Let's see. Also, kind of feel like maybe if we had a die cut circle to put him on, that might work. Maybe the deckled circles. What do you think? Hold on, let me try that. I'm gonna get a couple of little pieces out here. Okay. Okay, we have this little oval, oblong rectangle. There we go, oblong rectangle. And is that big enough? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. If we did, let me take that off. And here we go. Maybe, I don't like how there's so much space above the head, but none beside. And the other one is way too big. So maybe we don't want to use those ones. Maybe we want to use, Okay, now if we did this one, we could go like that, and we could put the little road right there. We do have road. Where's my stamp set? This right here is meant to be the road, which actually I could go ahead and put that. I could put that on a block. Okay. There we go. All right. What if we go ahead and, what about this one? Hold on. We're thinking of things here. What about, we have options. We indeed have options. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Do you think that, let me just go ahead and cut a piece, because it'll be easier to envision, I think. Excuse me, my goodness. My apologies. All right. No. That looks about as country as you can get, huh? Okay. Now, what about that? Or this? Or, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But I do like maybe that. Do I have a sentiment that would fit in that though? Ooh, farm fresh, that would work. Every day is a fresh start. Will that fit in there? No, I don't think it will. Oh, well, no, I don't think it will. I don't think it will. But let's see here. Farm fresh will. Farm fresh wood. Okay, let me see here. Let me see. Okay, we may not go this way, friends, but you can let me know. Okay, y'all can let me know what we're gonna do here. But let's cut one of these out, and let's cut one of these out right quick. One thing that I am concerned about, and maybe we don't use, I'm concerned about the basic beige and the white inside the flower background. If this were just on the inside, it's not that big of a deal, but for this, we shall see. Let me look. And I don't know, maybe we want to switch this out and we want to do that as a background and that as a layer. I don't know. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and cut some pieces. Okay, we're going to play around a little bit. We're going to cut some pieces. It will be fabulous. I just need to get my pieces here. Okay, so let me set that there. Let me get that out of the way. All right. You like where it's going, Sherry? That's good. Thank you very much, because I have no idea where it's going. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right. Nice and easy, so as not to totally shake y'all up. Shake it up, baby, now. Here we go. Okay, and then I'm also going to cut these out in basic beige because, so that we can see if we maybe like the way it looks with basic beige. Maybe we will. I don't know. I do like the basic beige with it. I'm just not sure how it will work with the white in the background. So we'll see. Sometimes things like this work really, really well. And sometimes they're like, maybe you should not try to do that. So we shall see. It's just paper, and this is a very good time to remind you that it's okay to try things and decide that they're ugly. And if they are, you just change it and move on. It's no big deal. You don't know until you know, and then when you know, you'll know, right? Okay, so we'll bring those out. I'm going to set that aside. I'll set those aside. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, card base, please. All right, so currently I have this piece here. And we talked about maybe putting The reason I keep turning this is because this one's actually not straight, and it would drive me nuts trying to make it straight, even though it's just laying here. So don't mind me. Uh, but if you're wondering why I'm flipping it over, that's why. Okay. So currently we have this, and it's pretty cool. I'm digging the country vibe, right? Let me see if I can bring you just a little closer. There we go. Okay. And I don't know that I like that. I don't know that I like that. Let me see. Maybe I won't like this either. We'll see. Well, that's maybe a little better. It's a bit stark, so I'm wondering if we can't maybe soften it up with a little bit of peach pie, maybe. Maybe. But this is really cute, and it is reminding me very much of my Nana's house. Definitely giving me the grandma vibe. Let's see here. Where's that piece? Oh, okay. Well, what about... Let's take this off. And let's put this on. Oh, hold on now. Hold on now. That actually made a bit of difference right off the bat, didn't it? It seems weird to have this green with a Lost Lagoon background. So I need to tie that Lost Lagoon back in, or forego the Lost Lagoon and do something else. So we will continue to work with this here. What if I do... Okay. I'm going to try something else. Something kind of crazy. Okay, let's see here. All right, I'm going to bring in my crazy piece that makes Sherry nuts. But I'm only going to be doing some color brush. So don't focus on any of the crazy there. Focus on what's happening here. Okay, I've got my blending brush and Lost Lagoon ink. Okay, and I'm just trying to tie the Lost Lagoon back into the card. And like I said, it may not happen. I don't know, but I feel like maybe it should. So let's just keep working on this. Don't focus on the graffiti in the background. Just focus on the brush swirling around. And yeah. Okay. So story time. This is reminding me of once upon a time, I was a cake decorator in a bakery. And I had been feeling ill-ish. Old age was starting to creep in, and I was having some muscle spasms that were really hurting, right? And the doctor had prescribed a muscle relaxer. Now, you should know that I am really, really uber sensitive when it comes to medications. My mother has always said, when I told her that I didn't feel well, or, something ached, or I had a headache or whatever, she'd say, go lick a Tylenol and go to bed. Because I'm really super sensitive to medications. Okay. But this muscle issue, it was really bad. It was really painful. And so I had these muscle relaxers. Well, I was at work and it was really, really going on, really giving me a hard time. And so I went home on my lunch break and I took a muscle relaxer. And well, my husband had to drive me back to work because I wasn't comfortable driving. But I was committed to being at work, at the place that I worked at. I was the only cake decorator on duty and I had things to do. So I went back to work, and one of the first things that I did when I got back to work I like that. Was was to make, it was at Easter time, I remember, was to make a cake with an Easter bunny on it. And now, mind you, I feel like I mean, I can tell that, I'm sleepy, but I was like, I've got this, I was feeling okay. I wasn't spazzing, it was good. I can do this. Well, I made this rabbit with, let me grab my pen. One eye, one eye about this big, and the other eye about this big. And, I had done my little things here, in my little loopy. Just imagine this is a bunny, okay? I'm much better with icing than I am a pen. But he kind of had a crazy look on his face, and so uh, needless to say, my supervisor called my husband to come and get me and take me home and put me to bed. And all of this, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I am really tired. Maybe I should go home, okay. Thank you very much for letting me go home and rest. And I went home and rested, came back to work the next day, and I kept hearing everyone talk about the psycho bunny. And I had no idea what anybody was talking about. And my supervisor came over and she asked how I was feeling, if I was better. And I said, yeah. And she says, you're not medicated today, are you? And I said, no, I thank you for letting me go home. I really needed that, but no, I'm okay. And she said, good, because we can't handle another psycho bunny situation. And I still have no idea what she's talking about at this point, And she went to show me in the display case, because I had put the cake out for sale. And she went to show me the cake, and someone had actually bought it. So someone had a wild-eyed bunny for their Easter cake. And of course, all I know is what she drew, just similar to this. Like, it was just one small eye and then one great big eye, and its head was tilted to the side. And she said that it was the most awful thing, but at least the borders were all right and the cake was straight. So they did go ahead and leave it put out, But I thought, oh my gosh. And somebody took that home. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. And so I'm telling you all of this because, and now we come to why. Here we go with my crazy brain. But I have taken allergy medicine to try to tone this crazy down. And the allergy medicine makes me a little loopy too. So we may be in for a treat already. So if this looks crazy, somebody please tell me, crazy bunny or something. Like, don't just let me think this is good, okay? If it's bad, please tell me it's bad. All right. Okay, now I have just a little thought with that one, okay? So bear with me for just a few minutes with that. I'm going to get this crazy out of the way and bring the card back in. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see. Would it look better with the smaller strip or... Okay, folks, I need your feedback. All right, are you ready for another this or that? I need to know if we like the more narrow strip okay, or do we like the wider strip? Now, there's not much difference on them, but there's a little bit. So, what do we think? Oh, come here now. Sorry about my clock. There we go. Okay, so are we doing the more narrow strip or are we doing the wider strip? Okay, comment and let me know, and I'll go ahead and cut a piece and we'll see how we feel about it. Okay. Sherry, do you still like where this is going? Have I totally derailed? All right, Dawn says the wider one. Okay. So let me cut, oh, and Sherry does too. Very good. All right, then let me cut this at, I'm cutting it at 4 1/8 because I want it to be the size of the background layer, not the card itself. So we'll cut that at 4 1/8. Okay, you still like where it's going. Okay, good, good, good. All right, now then, we have this. Ugh, I cut it just slightly shy. I'm not going to like that. So let's just use this piece and then I'll cut the extra off when we get there. Okay, now then. I kind of like this. Do you guys like so far? Do you like the Lost Lagoon on the circle? Are we good with that? Are we all right with this part so far? And I'm thinking that this could be popped up on dimensionals, and what's going through my head currently is the possibility of wrapping this, the linen thread, a couple of times, either around here and into a bow or around this part into a bow. What do you guys think? And I know we totally purged the basic beige, but that's okay. I don't mind. I've got all these pieces in basic beige here that we can use for something else another time. Look at that. I've got an inside. I've got an emboss layer. I've got a couple of elements there. So we can save that for something else. What do you think? And maybe while you guys are deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and attach this piece so that way I can trim it. Okay, you like the twine above and you like the colors. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. I hope you're not just saying that to make me feel better. Okay. Come on now. Okay, good. Snips. All right, Dawn says twine above as well. Okay, very good. There we go. That's better. Okay. And then in that case, yeah, come on now, tape. Put this piece down. Oh, no. Come on. Yeah, you guys are on it today. I am loving it. You know, it makes it so nice for me when you guys agree on the same thing. And I can already hear Mama in the background saying not to make it easy on me, but tonight I could really use it. So I appreciate I appreciate that you guys are being nice to me. Okay, let's go ahead and wrap this. Yeah, you are on point. Absolutely. Okay, and I'm going to wrap that twice. And I didn't really need quite that much. There we go. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can tie a bow. Okay. Ooh, that scared me. My scissors dropped. Oh my goodness. All right. Guys, I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about this. It is a good idea in theory, but do you guys still think it looks good on the top? Well, hold on. You know what? What is that? Okay. Before I get to this bow, we're going to talk about the bow, but should we put the banner on the left like that? Or should we put the banner on the right? I kind of think I like it on the left. I think I do. I think maybe I like this way better. What do y'all think? Stay put. There. Yeah, the banner on the left. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, now let's talk about that bow on the banner because I don't know. How do y'all feel about that? You still like that? Or maybe I should just tie a little bow and stick it on there instead of wrapping the twine around it. It just looks a little wonky to me. I don't know. What do you think? While you guys are deciding that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use Smoky Slate ink. And no, I'm not. I'm going to use Pecan Pie ink. And I'm going to stamp the Dirt Road. Okay? So y'all tell me about that bow. Are we wrapping the thread around it, or are we just tying a bow and attaching it? What do you think? I still know. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. Okay. Also, I kind of want to check something out with this dirt color. Yep, that's perfect. Okay. I'm going to bring in my Pierce mat. Okay. And I'm going to bring it as far down as I can go. Okay. And then I can put this guy on there. So these things we know already, we can do. There we go. Now he's good. And I think he should probably be popped up as well. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, Sherry says, try just a bow or moving the twine below. You mean below the Farm Fresh? Like if I stamped Farm Fresh up here and did the twine down there? I might be able to do that. I mean, I'd have to recut it, but that's okay. I've got plenty of paper here. And it wouldn't take as long. All right, let's see about, don't make a knot, don't make a knot. I think that putting just the bow will make a bit of a difference because I just think that there was a little too much twine for that tiny little banner. Okay, here we go. Oh, move the bow to the green. Oh, I see. Okay. All right, so here we go. Here's our card. And if I were doing just a little bow up here, that looks much better. So there's that option. Okay. Or, and you know what, Sherry, we can do the double loopy bow if we do it down there. So let me do my bow. And we'll see which way we like better. I definitely like just the little bow instead of it wrapped around on the little banner. It definitely makes a difference for that tiny little banner. So that is a good thing. We're definitely going in the right way. Okay. And then if we wanted to do a rustic bow there's that one. So there's with just the big bow down there. Both. And just the little bow up there. What do you guys think? Which way should we do it? I'm going to leave those right there just so that you can see. And then while you're deciding that, I'm going to grab a piece of basic white I'm going to grab a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4 for the inside. And I'm going to put I want that to be a bit thinner though, I think. Okay, you girls are saying bow down below. All right. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that one then. Just like that, huh? Yeah, I think so too. Okay, now, are we popping these pieces up on dimensionals? Or are we leaving them flat to the card? We do have dimension on the card already because the truck is popped up. And of course, the bow will be popped up. So, are we popping them or are we laying them? Let me know. And while you guys are deciding, I'll go ahead and cut my little strip of paper here. Shorten the banner to maybe right there. My only concern with shortening the banner is that I should probably lift this strip and bring it up a little higher. That's my only worry with the banner being shorter. Let's see. Now we could put, a little rhinestone or something maybe. Okay, if we shorten the banner, it will look something like that. Stay put now. Something like that. Is that good? Yeah, I think maybe adding bling to the banner might be a better way. Let's see here. What bling do we have? We've got all the bling things. Okay, let's see here. I like that one. And this one. And maybe not that one. Maybe that one. Okay. So I think probably one of these, maybe not even that one. I don't even think I like that one. Okay. I've got the earth tones. That green is nice, would bring in the garden green and tie it all together, or that beige color, or I think there's still some left. Yeah, that might be a little too light, but well, I don't know. I kind of like the green on this one, or the metallic of these little adhesive back texture dots. Now these ones, I don't know if you're able to see, but they've got little kind of looks like hammered metal on there. So that could be cool, or I really think in keeping with the kind of vintage vibe, I think maybe the green would be a better choice. What do you guys think? And I'm going to take this strip of DSP. It matches the front, of course, and it is 4 inches by 3/4 of an inch. This is a really fun and simple way to zhuzh up the inside of your card. If you want to keep it a simple, like no occasion card with no sentiment inside, it will dress it up and yet still have, you know, you'll be able to make it whatever kind of theme you want. Okay, and I did purposely leave it just a tiny bit longer so that I could trim it off. I hate trimming it and it's just shy of the piece that I'm putting it on, so it leaves a little sliver. It makes me crazy. Okay. There we go. And that way it ties it in. I can put this inside the card. It will still look like it matches beautifully. And my card is still perfectly neutral. Okay. So while you guys are telling me, are we going to pop these up or are we not? I'm going to put this piece inside. There we go. And then I'm also going to use, I'm going to use another piece of the DSP, and I'm going to put this on the envelope flap so that it dresses up my envelope, because y'all know I always say no naked insides and no naked envelopes. So let's grab an envelope, and you want about 2 1/4 by 6 inches of designer series paper. So let's do 2 1/4. All right, and I'm just going to leave it long because I'm going to cut it directly off. Let me set this here. Come on now. There we go. That's right. No naked insides and no naked envelopes. You are absolutely right, my friend. All right. I like to use my multi-purpose liquid glue here. This way I can get a nice border of adhesive. And I go not on the score line, but pretty darn close. And then just travel around. I keep an edge. I don't take my glue all the way to the edge because as I put the paper on, it's going to like smoosh out, right? So we'll just add a little bit there. I'm not caking it on because if you do, you will actually feel bumps of glue underneath your paper. So you want to just spread enough for it to hold, okay? That's all. That is absolutely all you need. Okay, and now I'm going to bring this up to the edge. And I like to make sure I'm going to bring the flat back here so that I can see that it is all the way. All right, Dawn says leave it flat. Yeah, Dawn, I think that's actually a good idea because the truck is already popped up and the bow is already popped up, so it does already have some dimension to it. Okay, now then, I'm going to trim right around the flap. Put that piece with that, and the rest of it can go in the garbage. Okay. And this is just a really super, super simple way of dressing up your insides and envelopes that match the card. It makes it look like a nice set. See, that's beautiful. Totally looks like Nana's card now. um, so absolutely beautiful. I love that. Yes, you could, of course, still stamp on the front. Just remember, if you're going to do like the truck, and you're going to color it and everything, I would just be really careful. Okay. Now we could stamp it like a brand new truck, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it plain. Okay. It's beautifully decorated on the flap, so it's fabulous. Another thing that we could do if we wanted to have something on the front is bring just a tiny little strip across the bottom, and that would be just fine. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Let me see here. And I'm only going to do maybe a 1/2 inch or so. Maybe just enough to give it a little something on the front, okay? We don't need a lot here because we're going to leave room for our address anyway. So we don't need to do much, but we could do that right there. And then with the address on there, that'd be really cute. Okay. So let me, sorry, friends. Okay. Now, for sure, if you're going to be putting anything on the outside of your envelopes, please, please make sure that you have them glued down really well, okay? You don't want them gumming up the, you never want them to, oh gosh. You don't want them to gum up the little feeder roller thingy that they go through at the post office, because the postmaster will not like you. You know what I'm trying to say, right? What's the thing called? You know, the thing. Anyway, Don says, never thought about a strip across the front. Great idea. I think so too. You know, just a really cute, simple little thing that you can do. And the envelope is dressed up beautifully, and we didn't have to do any kind of stamping. So let's go ahead and put this piece on. Put that right about there. Okay. And then let's glue this down. Make sure my dude is straight. Is my dude straight? He looks straight. Okay. And then a glue dot for... Oh, hold on. I gotta plug in before the computer disconnects us. Oh gosh. Hold on. There we go. All right. I think we're good. Oh, that was scary. Okay. Where's my last thingy at? There it is. All right. Get rid of that. Make my little glue goober. Yes. Okay. And we'll put it right there. All right. Fluff my bow just a bit. Okay. There we go. All right. Nice. Okay. Now, I believe you guys voted for the metallic embellishments, so let me grab them. I'll put this one away. Okay. And here we go. All right. Now, This is always the most fun part of all of it, is trying to figure out where you want the bling to go. So, what if we do... I don't know. I do know. Okay, what about this? Let me put that one there. And let's put this here. Is that straight? Pretty darn straight. It's a little off now. Come on. There we go. What about that? Maybe a little closer. How about that? What do you guys think about that? Is that good? All right. Cute, cute. Never done the strip on the front either, but you will now. Good. Oh, so much fun, isn't it? All right. What do you guys think, huh? I think it's interesting. I wouldn't have thought to put Lost Lagoon and Garden Green together, but I think that it works. I like it. It definitely screams grandma vibes to me, but I really love that vintage look. So I really like that. Of course, this is a very clean and simple way. It would have been fun to rough up the edges of the green and add some texture there. That would have been a lot of fun as well. Maybe even torn edges would have been fun. But I think in general, I think that's pretty cool. So, all right, guys, there you go. Well, let me just turn this around here right quick. Okay, put the camera down. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so very much for hanging out with me this evening. I hope that you had a good time. It's always interesting with Think Tank Thursday, and the projects are so wonderful. Sometimes they come out how I think they will, and sometimes they come out totally different. And I think that today is probably one of them. I don't necessarily think that I would have thought in the first place of such a countrified card, but it turned out really well, and I love it. So thank you guys so much for helping. Sherry says, just a cute country card. Jess would love this kind. Yeah, it's really, really country. Okay, guys. Well, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I will look forward to seeing you all next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, for the next Think Tank Thursday. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. All right. See you later. Bye.